Hello everybody and welcome back to LMM. And as you can probably tell from the surroundings, we're back in the shed, which can only mean one thing. Welcome to What's Broken Now. Now, before we start off with what we've been up to, first an apology. We know that this What's Broken Now has had some time since the previous What's Broken Now. And frankly, that's just because we've been quite busy. Since the whole kind of COVID thing got a lot better, we have been out filming basically at least 3 videos every week. It's been mad. And that has rather kind of cut into how much time we can spend in the shed, which means we haven't really got as far with things like we wanted. Because I had promised myself that I would have my Massey 35 painted by summer so I could enjoy it. And as you can see, I'm still working on that one. Summer isn't over yet, but it's seeming more and more unlikely with every passing moment. Thinking of the plant though, go straight to the loco. Yes, so William, things are starting to move there. I had my friend Alfie come along who clambered underneath it and with a feasibility for how we're going to move forward, and there'll be more on that hopefully soon. But the solar panel still works and that's good. So it's a week on and I've returned with Stuff Like Railway. Got my key out. Let's have a gander, put it into there. Swing open the door and moment of truth. Look at the little indicator there. Oh, it's fantastic. I can just see there you can see. The battery is now saying it's fully charged. So my little solar panel on the other side is doing exactly what I wanted to do. Perfect, that's one step further forward on the Ruston. So the next stage is to improve my cable management system, which that works. But principle works. So what have we really been working on? Well, the thing that's been occupying my time most is, with the date we've got for lemons in mind fast approaching, it was a time to attack the Moggy. I don't know, it's worse than we thought. Much worse. It's had a load of patches put into it, hasn't it?
It's more patch than it is original.
The back end isn't too bad, at least my side, past the suspension mounting. Suspension mount, checked. I know the rear suspension, the boot's knackered, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is the chassis alright, your side? The chassis looks okay, at least the ladder looks alright.
No, it looks absolute trash.
Really?
Yeah, this is all welded. That's
the cross base. The ladder I'm talking about, the ladder at the front.
Oh, there.
Yeah,
that's a patch. This is all patch.
Oh,
this is all
I know
remade.
There's patch in one as well. Oh, actually, sugar. That's a big patch on that.
Yeah, this there to there is all patch.
To be fair,
that's all new bolts.
Yeah, but that's not too bad. I mean, at least it's got a new section in it. In actual fact, I'm looking at the. Oh, we've done this before at the front. It got picked up by a forklift, didn't it? Because you can see the 2 dents.
Yeah.
I think it's not going to be spotless by any means because they're Moggies, they rot anyway. But I thought it was the hanger this side. Oh yeah, it's that side that's not attached because the chassis rail's gone at the back. Yeah, that is at the back.
That's the single worst part of the car to me.
That's held on by just one bolt because there's no chassis there.
Yeah.
Then the whole boot floor is rotten. So realistically, the fuel tank needs to come out. This all needs to be redone. There's a huge plate in. This is the whole. Look at this. These plates need to come off because look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I can push it in now.
Probably wouldn't with my head underneath it, dear.
Not fixed at all.
It's been somebody's first project, wasn't it? It turns out that most of the underside of the Morris is, well, rusty. And by rusty I mean not really there. It's a combination of rust or missing components. And when I asked Morgan to go and have a go at it, clean it up, ready for inspection, Morgan decided the best way to inspect it was to whack it with a hammer repeatedly. I don't like it when he goes, oh.
Neither do I, because it's going to be a problem I have to deal with.
Through there.
It's got holes. Oh dear.
That ran off the knee before, wasn't it?
What I really don't like is how much joy there is in his eyes.
He doesn't realise.
Oh God.
This is all of our problems now. Can't wait to do it to the theatre.
Yeah, doing this to the theatre will be fun. Oh,
what is that?
Oh, bracket. That's the weld failed on the front of the wheel
so
arch.
that's probably all right actually.
The panel itself looks okay, but it's the weld that's failed here.
This is a patch panel. You can see where the
Well, I think a lot of it, the problem is, I don't think they cleaned it up proper when they welded it.
No, they didn't.
Because I've got concerns over this bit in it.
A screwdriver is literally a more effective tool than a wire wheel right now.
Well, it'll need a wire wheel afterwards, won't it, to clean up?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, this is getting the worst of it to work through it.
So this is your suspension mounting, right?
Oh yeah, we found this last time.
This is.
Oh, did you just pull off a whole piece?
No, this was like this. And look.
Wait, does this suspension? Oh!
The body moves and the suspension doesn't.
Yeah, the suspension moves
I don't want
independently.
to touch that anymore.
Why not?
Because I think it's going to collapse on my face.
I went for it.
You hear all that?
Okay, it's very soft, doesn't it?
Do you hear that?
Yep.
That's just lots of bits like that, I guess.
So what I
All
think's
under
happened is, you know how you're saying it needs a new floor? I think it had a new floor.
Well, they had a floor,
Then they put
the original
another,
floor, and then they just put a floor underneath on top
which is
of
then
it.
rotted away, and they put patches into that. Is what I think. No, don't break that metal. That's good metal. That is. Leave that alone. Just
That's good metal.
yeah. Hit it, but don't pull it out. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's how it's meant to be.
I'll keep hitting it, and then I'll go straight through it. Yeah, I'm through it now.
Yeah, if you go through it, that's fine.
That's the hole there now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just, like, I'm not even tapping it that hard.
Yeah.
Oh god, there's another hole.
Well, I'd like to just point out while he's doing this is that's the rust. Oh, the pile that's come out here.
This is over a kilo for sure. This lot is definitely over a kilo. It's possibly 2 kilos. It all came out of just that.
They've
there.
patched over it, so it's yeah, it's just got inside,
And
isn't it?
Just sort of keeps coming. Oh, well, it's got another piece in.
Oh god.
Oh, hello.
What have you just pulled out of my car? What is that? What is that even? What?
That also came out.
Yeah, that's not quite impressive. A piece of epoxy plate, is it?
That also came out.
just wet.
All came out here.
I maintain that it's not that bad.
Not that bad.
No, it's not that bad, everybody.
That's where we store our rust.
21.
It's fine. It's not that bad. It's still it's fine. As long as I don't look at it, I can maintain it's fine. As long as I don't look at it.
Caught a big one.
Oh.
Do you know what that is?
Was it my floor?
Well, there's 2 floors. You see, you got your original floor, and then they came in and just slapped another piece of bit on it.
And now both of them are rotten.
Yeah, exactly. So I got rid of that's a piece of the new floor.
So if that's what the new floor looks like,
yeah,
what does the old floor?
I think it's
New
part
in
of it.
inverted
Because I think
commas.
it's double skin there. You can see where that patch is on top of that patch.
It's not good. It's really not good.
Alright, we fixed my set plan, but the levels.
Yeah, it's definitely making it, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
It's not that bad, is it?
It's not that bad.
No.
It's not that
It's
bad.
fixable. Everything's fixable.
It's not that bad.
It still runs though, Morgan. It still runs.
No, it doesn't. I took the exhaust header off it. And the inlet manifold on it to put the bigger carb on it.
So it's useless.
It's paperweight. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's bad. It's genuinely bad. Spurred on by the disappointment of the Moggy, I turned my attention to biking, because I went out and I got myself some pullers, with the idea being that if I could pull the arm off that comes off the spline off the steering wheel, then I could remove the steering rods and I could replace the pipe that spews oil everywhere every time we started. Yes, I've learned valuable lessons. Probably that's on such a tiny bit. This is the whole problem with all of this. It's on a tiny bit and a slight bit of slippy to one side as this whole mechanism turns. So maybe if I just stop it. I hate this. That's floating, so that's useless. This is why I stopped doing it last time. Just like I'm going to kill somebody. Right, I know that a bad workman blames his tools. I know that's a thing. And I know that this is an eBay cheapy special. But it's awful. And the whole design of this is awful. There is, even if this was good, which it is not, I stress, but I've got to try and get it round here, clamp this epoxy stupid thing around this arm, but I can't now because I need to get to the other side, but to do it I can't reach because I've got to go round the stupid epoxy cab to be able to get to the stupid epoxy. It's just such a... I fell out of love with Jupiter a lot when I was working on it trying to do the cab. But this is worse. This is so much worse. How did anybody put this together and go, oh, I think this is a good idea. This is it. Why have you immediately fallen off? Oh, that's why there's a handle there. Because if I do that, I can pull myself. Ah! There's no way that's going to stay on for more than a few seconds, but no, it's not, is it? Because it's already fallen off. Why is this so awful? It just makes me want to cry. Why are you resisting being made to live again so much? Right. Okay. Maybe. It's already come off, isn't it? Don't buy Chinese tools from eBay. It's a false economy, it will let you down and it will turn you into me, being with absolutely everything. See, I don't even need to bleep that because I'll bleep myself. What a load of garbage. It's safe to say that nothing has vexed me more in the history of anything in the shed. Not the rotten Dodge, not Jupiter, this. Trying to fit into the very, very limited space. It was a terrible bit of design. I do not know what anyone was thinking when they built this. Let's take a tractor, a big tractor, no, a little tractor, and let's strap everything we can possibly put onto it and double its weight. But by putting everything in the way, you can't actually get to anything you need to get to in order to service it. Oh, but I need to replace a pipe there. Well, you can't get to the pipe because bits are in the way. Okay, well, I'll remove that. Well, you can't remove that because other bits of the whole tractor are in the way. Oh, well, what about this? Well, that's also in the way. Okay. But I want to put a puller onto it, which involves I need to be both inside the cab and outside the cab at the same time. It's just not built for anything. It's not built to be used. It's very, very, very vexing. So you may have noticed I have had slight frustrations with cheap Chinese pullers. So I went out and bought a proper one. Now, okay, I appreciate a laser isn't the highest quality, but it is a proper set. And it actually costs money. I paid more money for this than I did for the entire set of that. And look, it comes in a nice box with nice instructions and nice bits. So I can build this as a multi 3-pronged puller or as a 2-prong puller. So hopefully this fine bit here will replace that load of tap there. And if it doesn't work, I can take it back to the shop and go, what gives? I've used this for its one purpose in life, to pull something, and it has failed. So, which I promptly broke. So currently we're no further forward apart from scrape knuckles and annoyance with the digger. My friends said they're going to come and bring one of their nice big hydraulic pullers and hopefully it will come out, or we'll smash it with a hammer, or I don't know. I just possibly heat. It's very upsetting. On a more positive note though, if you remember last time, we put the brakes back on the MR2, yes, my turbo one. And if you look around, it's not here anymore. It's gone. And I know what you're thinking, oh, you've sold it. No, it's gone to the paint shop. It's gone away. It's actually saved up enough money and it's gone away for a respray. And of course, when we arrived at the respray place to drop it off, we were confronted with the sight of Matt's Starlet wearing its fancy new colours. From a distance, Matt's car looks superb. However, on closer inspection, there are some imperfections in the paint, which for the money we paid is expected, but Matt has taken it upon himself to fix these and to bring it up to a good condition. And last time I saw him, he was walking away with some sandpaper and wet and dry, cackling manically to himself about making a good job at the paint. And of course, thinking of Matt's vehicles, you see that the Jimny here behind me, well, it's got slightly lighter in the fact that there is nothing in here anymore. And in fact, this at the front, well, that's not attached anymore. Matt's been very busy disassembling.
Welcome back to the shed and to my ongoing Jimny project. Now, unfortunately, you're going to have to put up some slightly more terrible camera work today because, well, I'm here on my own, which means Lawrie hasn't brought me the camera. So, today's job is to actually try and get the doors and some of the interior out of this because I've now ordered all the paint to go on the inside. Now I've finished welding it, it's kind of time to get that actually protected before it, turns to holes again. There is a little bit more welding to do, but it's mostly stuff on the bodywork now, where I just want to fill up all the little holes, just the little pinprick ones, just to stop it so any water gets inside and starts rotting it all again, because obviously until it rots, there's no drain holes in this. Now I'm all suited up, I can begin work on this here door. Now, unfortunately, I can tell that this door has in fact been removed before. How might you ask? Well, looking on here, you see these Phillips heads, which everyone is probably cringing about right now because, yes, they are impossible to remove. I've got my vessel impact drivers over there, so I'm not too concerned, but what I'm actually going to do is remove these. Originally, these would have been Phillips heads as well, so thankfully, someone's replaced them with normal bolts, so they should come out without too much drama. So, that was actually surprisingly easy. Those bolts didn't fight at all, which kind of surprised me, and this door isn't that heavy. Now, one of the other reasons for getting these off, other than just to get ease of access in here, is just that, well, when we lift the body, we want as little weight as possible in it. Thinking about it, these doors don't really add that much anyway, but they're off now, so I'll get the other side off, and then we'll join you for taking out the seats. So the driver's side appears a bit more stubborn, just on the account that the door strap is still fitted. Yeah, I didn't encounter this on the other side, so I guess I just removed this quite quickly, and then seats. So seats do not look too bad at all. It's these two bolts at the front, and then two bolts at the rear, just back there somewhere. So we'll whip these off. I think they're a 10 or a 12, and then get these out. And to be honest, I think then it will just be the dash is like the sole thing in the vehicle, which I might need assistance with, to be honest, as it looks rather awkward. So that should be this side out now. Let's squeeze it out of the way. Oh, that's where my headphones went. So I've had a look at the other side now, and I've actually just realised that all the fasteners are different. They're all hex head Allen keys over there. So I just keep discovering where this car's been mangled and messed about with so much in its life. It doesn't seem too bad, but because the thing's so simple, it doesn't really matter. I mean, nothing in this is really beyond hitting with a hammer to fix. So, a couple of patches down here I need to get welding again, but unfortunately, I have run out of gas. So I'm going to content myself with stripping everything down in here today, and then we can get the Raptor down once it's all been welded properly and stripped and sanded and good, and that's probably another few hours of work. And when I say few hours, I mean 40-50 hours. It's very rusty down here. Ordinarily, once you've removed absolutely everything from a car, to me they always feel absolutely cavernous, like they're huge inside and like you can't believe where all the space goes. I don't know if it quite comes across on camera, but I don't get that in the Jimny. In fact, probably the thing which is most on my mind is how on earth did this seat 4 adults? There's nothing. It's not even long enough for me to lie down in. But now all the seats are out of the way, you can actually see how the rear's been welded in, and this lovely big box is, well, all good to go. There's a couple of small patches down here I still need to do, especially where the filler net comes through. Ordinarily that would have a cover over it and that would all be outside the car, but because of the way it's been done, it's not there in this case. So I need to work something out for there, but that's not too big of an issue. For the rest of it, I just need to touch up a few of the small patches and make sure there can be no water ingress inside any of the sills or anything, because it's not done particularly well with that in the past. So we're going to make sure it doesn't continue and get back in this state again. But it's all clear. The only thing I really need to do now is remove the rear hatch. I don't know if it is a hatch when it swings open, but I need to remove the rear door, and then I can continue putting off the dash. I'm going to strip out then. I'm right glad it didn't. A lot of holes here. What holes do I need to do? That's heavy! Oh, that's particularly heavy. Right, I think I might have just broken that. Oh god, it's got the wheel on it, hasn't it? Right, I need a solution to this issue. Oh god. Oh, let me put that through the window. Right, this is the panic moment. I was just sat there thinking in my head, I'm so glad Lawrie isn't here today. I've been able to get on with so much stuff. I'm distracted at all. I really want him to be here now. This is not fun. This is not fun at all. That cheered. Oh, that was bad. Right. I regret my decisions, but I have to deal with them, so here we go, nothing. We crushed. Oh. Help! Oh, that's very good. Oh dear. Unfortunately, I can call myself an idiot today. I shouldn't have tried to do this on my own. And in retrospect, if I would have thought about doing this on my own, well, I would have removed the wheel first, which is actually probably the vast majority of the weight there. It all hanging off this hinge was just too much for it here. You can see where the metal was, this metal was actually all rusted before, but it's just caused a lot of it to fall off completely. And that bolt is now sheared in there, and it's also stuck in my rather nice socket. So, just caused myself a handful of issues, but we will persevere. We are here on our own, and I did bring this down quite a lot more. This was bent before, but now it's banana shaped. That's not a good noise. There you go. Good, isn't it? I think. So back here, there's actually one little upgrade I'd like to make to my Jimny, and that's a donation from a very old friend. Now, some of you might remember my Toyota Celica from way back when, but in its rear it had these little D-rings. I thought they were really neat. They went in the boot and you could attach a ratchet strap to them. I'm going to use them in here. I'd save them pretty much for this exact purpose. So the theory is I either whack one there on each corner of the arches, and then that should mean that effectively I can just tie things down, and they do fold back out of the way, so they're not intruding on this space normally. Alternatively, I'll mount them flat, but I'm not so big of a fan of that. So tell us what you think of where I should actually mount these. Down here in the corner seems quite good to me because there's a lot of structural strength, because a lot of pieces of metal come together. So we'll get 4 of these mounted hopefully for the next What's Broken Now, and have this looking, well, like practical and useful. I might even consider popping some bolt holes in the top at some point so I can bolt something down to, say I wanted to put a storage rack in here where I could mount something on, but very distant future. For now, I just want to get it on the road, which is looking further and further away the more I progress with it.
And the curse of the shed is strong, because there's nothing left of the Jimny. Once again, a complete vehicle drove in here, and now it is incapable of being driven. Matt's also been quite busy with some of his other projects, which are all on 2 wheels. Notably though, despite my bike being in his garage and having to move my bike to get to his other projects, my bike has still not progressed at all, which is vexing. However, Matt has got something which we're going to reveal to you in the not too distant future, which is quite exciting and very nice. And we went out, found a nice bit of area where there was nobody, and I rode a motorbike for the first time. Now I bet you're all expecting to see some clips here, and we didn't do it. I forbid a camera because I was expecting, having never ridden a motorbike, to go like this. Clunk. But it turns out that I can indeed ride a motorbike. But yes, more exciting stuff, and Matt has promised me at some point there will be an update on the bike, especially as I've shown the ability to actually sit on it and not fall off it. There is actually hope, and hopefully my bike will appear at some point. But yes, Matt now has. So, in fact, currently he's standing behind the camera looking on his phone at eBay because there's another bike he wants. So by the time you see this, we may have actually gone to pick up another bike. Now, you'll be aware, guys, that we are rapidly approaching 40,000 subscribers. We might even be there by the time you see this video, or somewhere close. And it's very disappointing, you see, because if Matt has got this bike, that puts us at 39 vehicles between us. We just need to buy one more to have 40 vehicles for 40k, which, to quote a good friend of mine, means that we have a serious problem. So, things are moving. We've been relatively busy. Everything is still on charge. Nothing's really changed in here apart from I'm more depressed. Oh, and of course, you'll probably have noticed that I still don't have a daily on the channel. Yes, you're right, I don't have a daily on the channel. So the 323 has passed its MOT, and that's being heavily used at the moment, which is very embarrassing. So yes, hopefully next time, because next time should be after Chatfest, and all we've got to do for that is to get the NX, is to put the engine back in it. I mean, how hard could it be just to put the engine back in a car, right? So that's something to look forward to. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Let us know what you've enjoyed seeing most and what you want to see us work on, or what you'd like to see something featured on, where we are with any of the things in the collection, and hopefully we'll see you next time for another What's Broken Now. Thanks for watching, guys. Try. Oh. This is this wireless steering stuff, isn't it?